Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I just want to give a quick update on how things been going as of late. It's been 7, 8 months or whatever since my last video. And I think the last thing that I told you all about was Alarm. Was my first big role where I was in the camera department as a utility and then eventually the second AC. But things have trucked forward a little more. First up, there was a feature film that I shot. It was titled The Unchained. I was the DP. I contacted the director via Facebook, and within like 4 days, we were like moving forward to shoot this thing. It is very much giving student film, no budget, bologna sandwiches at lunch, but it did get done, and cohesive project, right? Where you can kind of tell like all the shots were intended to look a certain way to some degree. I felt like there was a lot of mistakes that were made all across the board, especially on my end. But yeah, that was fun. It is edited, it is done, it is colored. There's no trailer, but it is currently being screened at a film festival up in Cleveland, and there will be a little private screening tomorrow. I don't think anyone's gonna be able to get in there. Aside from that, I did another film. It was a feature film, it kind of felt like a Hallmark movie, like a Lifetime TV movie. I forget what the budget was, but I would assume it was somewhere between 200 and 300,000. And I was the B-Cam first AC, and that was dope. And for one day, I got to be the B-Cam operator because he had to jump ship for a hot second. And then for the last week of it, I bumped up to A-Cam first AC, and then we hired another B-Cam first because the original first had another show to go on, a show that I did not get on. I was sort of on it, but it was like some things going on with the Teamsters, like I don't. Aside from that, over the past few months, there's been a handful of like small gigs, like little interview kind of things and camera PA things, which are horrible. It is what it is. It was a bunch of those. And then I also did another short. This one, I do not want to talk about too much because it was unorganized to me that I really couldn't even do anything. Like I felt like I was just there just to be there. Secondly, there is two treatments I'm working on. One is for a music video for a local artist, and another is for a short film for an idea that an old friend of mine has, and it's a very good idea. It's not that many locations. There's a bit of a montage through it, and there aren't that many characters. So like it's like checking boxes on things to be easy to shoot, and then it also has very powerful imagery, like the movie is being told through these images. It's not real heavy on the words, it's really the images and the actions. So this is but I guess last but not least, the last thing I kind of want to talk about here is like this, this long-standing apprehension with like really be ready to hit the ground running. And I don't know, this is probably all just another excuse for me to concoct as to why I don't want to be directing and producing and writing my own stuff. But I'm gonna have to do it. It is what it is. I gotta do it. I have to get it done. If I'm ever going to meet the producers or the directors or attract the writers that want to make the kind of stuff that I want to make, I have to first make the stuff. And the only way I'm going to make the stuff is if I direct and produce it. And that's what it's gonna have to be. Just let people know how things are going and how they're trucking along. It's tough, I tell you that. It's slow as hell, I tell you what. And every day I'm thinking of why don't I just go and get me a regular job and just forget about it. Like, why am I like trying to keep myself available for these magical jobs that are gonna rain from the sky? Okay. And it's getting kind of tough to do that. I'm thinking that I need to full on move over into being like a videographer / director, kind of small production company for hire, doing these little interviews and stuff like that on my own terms and making more money in the process versus waiting on somebody else to get them for me. Contact these nonprofits on my own, these small businesses on my own, But man, I dread that. I dread those things so much. Oh my gosh. I just want to make stuff. I just want to shoot pictures. That's it.